Hello, everyone. Well, isn't that just peachy? According to the results of a poll presented by CNN, 74% of Republicans want a quick end to the war, even if Ukraine has to surrender one-fifth of its territory, and 25% of Republicans support Ukraine's position, even if it means a longer war. Of course, not all of the Republicans support Russia. For example, Republican Senator from Alaska, Lisa Murkowski, openly said that the current administration's position makes her sick to her stomach. It is very likely after this she will be ostracized by her own party, because that's what they do, and because the current administration will bar no opposition. And they should be very happy because Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said that Russia's and U.S. foreign policies are in alignment. And what, pray tell, are the major points of these policies? Well, it is pretty clear. No European peacekeepers in Ukraine. So, translation, not only do they want to keep the invaded territories, they want no oversight. They want Ukraine to have absolutely no help keeping these people back, which again strongly suggests that they won't be satisfied until they have invaded all of Ukraine. And then guess who is next? They want the right to indiscriminately murder Ukrainian civilians, as they have been doing, because it's so much fun for them. Of course, at this point, Ukraine is in a position to strike back. And I'm just saying, if it had some support, if it had some backing, if others joined into this fight, Ukraine will be even better positioned to strike back. Now, this is something a lot of people forget, and I didn't cover this because I forgot about it too. Let's remember that U.S. has military bases, Navy vessels, airfields positioned all over the world, including in the northern seas around Scandinavia, where they're pretty much within an arm's reach of Russia. Now, since it is obviously not feasible for those places, those vessels, those bases, those airfields to be supplied from the US, they're too damn far. They're supplied by the local governments. They're supplied by the local resources. That includes, for example, Norway supplying US Navy vessels. So for now, Norway said, okay, we'll keep doing that. However, this is a precarious situation, because if US continues to disassociate itself from its allies, this could stop. US soldiers, US ships, US airplanes could find themselves cut off without resources in not hostile but indifferent territory. Similarly, US intelligence agents working around the world could find themselves without any support. For some reason, the current administration doesn't seem to consider this, as it continues to alienate historic US allies around the world. Do you really think Russia is going to come and save you? Look at Syria. Most of the European leaders, except of the most pro-Russian ones, like Viktor Orban, support Zelensky and are meeting in London to figure out what to do next, which is a good thing. I wish they had done this sooner, but hey, better late than never. And this is a formidable attendance list. France, Germany, Denmark, Italy, Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Spain, Turkey, Finland, Sweden, Czechia, Estonia. This is a really impressive list of participants. And again, look up these countries and look up where US has its bases, and you will discover US has bases in almost all of them. And again, do you really want to piss them off? Do you want to leave your soldiers stranded out there where the local government just decides, you know what, fuck this shit, we're not supplying you anymore. Either jump with us into this fight or figure out the way to go home. At present, UK's Prime Minister Keir Starmer had reassured Zelensky that he has the full backing across the UK. When Zelensky went to visit Starmer at Downing Street, there were crowds cheering him on. Crowds with Ukrainian flags and posters, which is awesome to see. But again, I think it is time for the UK, for European nations, to come up with specifics. Support, statement of encouragement, cheering crowds, this is all fine and good. But let's not forget, the war is still going on. This photograph was taken yesterday in my native city of Zaporizhia, where I grew up, where my parents still live. This is the right bank district, those of you who know Zaporizhia. So it's sort of split into two uneven parts, the left bank and the right bank. And then, of course, there's the old city and some of the newer construction districts, etc. So this is the right bank district. Does that look like it's coming from somebody who wants peace? Because this has been a remarkable thing. So all this conversation about ending the war, etc., etc., so far, Putin had demonstrated literally not one thing that indicates that he is going to stop if some type of agreement is signed. And again, a reminder, what we talked about earlier, he wants no oversight. He wants no foreign powers present. He wants to keep the invaded territories. To me, none of that spells the end to the war. And this photograph goes farther to prove it.